Hi, my name is Joe Cogliano. I'm a Norton resident. My family has been farming in the town of Norton for over 50 years. I'm speaking with you today to ask you to vote no on Article 15. Now, the website that we've been using to provide information is titled Vote No on Article 18, but the number on the warrant was recently changed to Article 15. Here is a summary of why you should vote no on Article 15 at the town meeting. The four main reasons are the defective process used by the planning board involving improper notice and the resulting lack of resident participation, the lack of full disclosure and transparency regarding what is being proposed, the fact that the planning board has not made any significant changes to the proposed bylaw since it was defeated at the spring town meeting, the existing flaws in the document that have not been corrected, as well as some of the significant proposed changes that I believe are harmful to the people of Norton. Now, while I appreciate the efforts that the planning board took to create the proposed bylaw changes, I object to the process that they used. It is not my intent to personally attack the board, but to state that significant errors have been made and must be corrected before any changes to the bylaw are made. There are sections of the bylaw that require change, but the process used by the board, in my opinion, is improper. The board failed to properly disclose to residents until the end of August that its purpose was to amend the entire zoning bylaw and not simply to recodify or reorganize it. The board failed to mail notice to residents to properly notify them that the proposed bylaw changes would impact their property rights. The board failed to provide the proposed changes in the context of the existing bylaw so that residents could more easily understand the changes, even though this was requested by residents and not done. The board failed to provide the specific language sections and case citations regarding claimed changes that were due to updated case law when this information was requested by residents. Paul DiGiuseppe stated that the planning board's attorney will be at town meeting to answer these questions. Providing answers at the last minute at town meeting is simply too late and shows a lack of full disclosure and transparency. This information should have been provided months before when it was requested by multiple residents. The board is forcing the town residents to accept an attorney's answers to these questions without investigation, research, or challenge. In effect, we should just trust the attorney. The board failed to show the impact of proposed changes to residents when requested. For example, they did not state that a definition change would allow battery energy storage in the town. They did not inform residents that the noise limit sought is the minimum requirement of DPE policy guidelines and already in place in Massachusetts. They did not inform residents that abutter notice rights for zoning amendments would be diminished. In fact, the board considered that a minor change in their comparison chart. The board claimed it sought resident participation, but then restricted speech in a largely empty public meeting and muted a resident who was expressing his concerns with the proposed bylaw. My review of sections of the proposed bylaw shows that there remain flaws in its wording and sentence structure. The proposed bylaw does not show all the red line changes from the current bylaw, thereby being an incomplete representation of the before and after for residents to see the changes. Some of the proposed changes require new bylaws, like battery energy storage, that require careful and thoughtful consideration and expert information. The final proposed bylaw version is dated October 8th, only 12 days before town meeting. Is it reasonable to ask busy residents to review a 173-page document days before a town meeting? Now, even if you want to support the planning board by voting for Article 15, because you believe that some changes are needed, in my opinion, all town residents should join together to vote no because of the improper process the board used and the fact that the proposed bylaw contains errors beyond concerns of the specific bylaw changes, and because it has not been properly vetted. I ask myself, what is the rush to approve an article that was defeated at spring town meeting and has not been significantly changed, according to Mr. DiGiuseppe? Wouldn't it be better to pause, listen to the feedback of residents, provide proper mail notice to the town by the board so that it can show their intent, and with citizen participation, improve the proposed changes by working with the planning board for possible submission at the town meeting in the spring. I ask you to please vote no on Article 15, and I thank you for your time.